This is Wayne at Firewaterforge, and today is the 4th day of January 2022. Today's video has nothing to do with forging blades or anything. It has to do with recovering gold. So, if you're into the hobby of prospecting and doing light mining, then you probably looked at Highbankers. And Highbankers are something that it's quite useful around here in Arizona, providing you have the water for it. The thing is that most of you are doing this hobby like me. You're doing it with discretionary income, which means you have not much money to be doing this with. So I went and bought a dream mat, a 10 by 36 inch one, and I decided I was going to build my own Highbanker. And so I'm going to walk you through the evolution of this Highbanker up to where it is at the moment. These parts, a lot of them were on my property, just laying around, and some of them came from Lowe's and some came from Home Depot. Some of them new, some of them are not. So let me go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what I got going on here. Okay, if I didn't mention it, really what this video is to show you what I did. My preference would be that you could take my ideas and improve upon them and make a much better Highbanker. I only am going to show you what I did and some of the mistakes I made, just to kind of give you past that point so you can take it to the next step and make something better. Okay, excuse the road traffic and nail gun noise. There's some activity around here. So there's the dream mat I bought, 10 by 36. Now this is the ducting that you get in houses for heating, HVAC that is, and it comes from Lowe's. When it's snapped together, it looks like this. And you can see the flanges where it snaps together. When you buy it, it's like that. So being 10 inches across, I wander around Lowe's or Home Depot and thinking that part would work for this or that part would work for that. And I saw that and I said, okay, we're going to go with that. So I bought pieces of those and the elbow here and put it together. That piece of wood down there is to try and give it some rigidity. Didn't really work out, so you can omit that. And what I did is I fed it with about a 1-inch PVC pipe here with a water pump, and it gave uneven flow across the mat and not a very high volume. So I had to find something better to make it more rigid. I had some scrap 2x4 and I cobbled together a frame here, pardon me, and screwed it down to keep it from flexing and moving all over the place. So that worked pretty good. What I would do is just rest that edge there and use a step ladder here. Wasn't getting the right angle, wasn't working right. So I got a bunch of bed frames, which is the best project steel you can find. It's dirt cheap and it works really, really good. And I made some legs for it. Now I would have made them more rigid, except I want them to fold up in case I need to store it away. The back legs are made of 2 pieces of steel with that clamp that comes with a bed. I got this new from these 2 of them from Amazon for like, I don't know, $5 or $6. So you can set the angle and lock it into place. So I got to that point and it's like, this just isn't feeding the way I wanted to, and I'm not getting the flow rate I want. So I had a much bigger sump pump from Harbor Freight. I think I bought it for $40 some time ago, I don't recall. But you want about 3,000 gallons an hour going into this thing. So I bought another elbow, another piece of this stack, and as you can see, I screwed it all together here and put silicone all over the place. And I didn't want to spend the money on a cap, so I finished myself out of a piece of scrap. I had plenty of that. Again, scrap wood, eye bolts I bought, and this is 1 1/4 inch PVC. This angle here and everything is kind of a rip off from Gold Hog. They have something like that. That's where I got the idea. This is so long back here because, frankly, I wanted to be able to move that up and down to adjust it and see how it would work. This piece came off an old shop vac I don't have anymore, so I epoxied it on here. This tube here is a drain tube that you get at Lowe's. They cost like 15 bucks or something like that. And there's the sump pump I got from Harbor Freight. I can't tell you exactly how much I spent on this thing, but it's a whole lot less than $500 or $600. Now I know it looks hideous, but I don't care what it looks like as long as it works. Now, in full disclosure, I have not run any material through this thing yet. I just wanted to show you it at this point, and I will make a report about how effective it is in the notes. So I'm going to turn it on here and give you an idea what it looks like when it's actually running. And here it is going. Pretty good flow rate. And it leaks like a sieve. I need more silicone in certain areas, but as you can see, the flow rate is pretty good. And I'm getting a lot of water right here, so I might have to do something to adjust that. Okay, that's it. Hopefully I have an effective piece of equipment that won't cost me too much to run. Looks like it'll probably cost me a fortune in water. It's the way it's leaking right now. Anyway, another tube of silicone, take care of that. So that's pretty much it. Any questions or anything, feel free to email me at firewaterforge@yahoo.com. And thank you for watching. I figured I'd make some end notes. I ran several buckets through, did several clean outs. All these were samples. I didn't really expect to find a lot of gold, if any. So I found very, very small shards of lead. So I would consider this a success. So if you have any questions or anything, again, my emails, I already told you that. Just give me drop me a line through that or on YouTube here. Thanks for watching.